Hi.
Hi! Happy Valentine's Day! Happy month of February. We are going to be celebrating it with chocolate. Woo! So here today, joining me is my right-hand woman, Miss Catherine Torres.
Hello.
And today we're going to be making chocolate bliss balls, which were inspired by a recipe that she found. So what we're going to be using today is a cup of nut butter. This can be any nut butter that you want. I'm actually using PB2, which is a defaded peanut butter powder that you rehydrate with water. But you can use almond butter, you can use cashew butter, sunflower butter, anything that you want, a combination of any of them. You can even soak your own nuts and make your own butter if you want. But this is what I happen to have on hand, and that's usually how the story goes. So 1 cup of nut butter. We're also going to be using 8 dates. You know, we're going to start putting stuff in the food processor.
Go for it.
This is going to be a nice and
Let's do
easy one. All the ingredients are going to go right into a food processor. This is my bad boy that I've had for almost like 8 years. It served me very well. So I'm just using a regular blade. We're going to put the nut butter in here. Next is the 8 dates that I did soak for about 4 hours. And the reason why you soak them is just to make them, to almost rehydrate them a little bit more and make them easier to blend.
Right.
Otherwise they might just be kind of chunky and hard, and nobody really wants that. So we're also going to add about 2 tablespoons of honey. This is raw honey. Raw honey just happens to be higher in nutrient value. But if you don't have raw honey, you can use regular honey, or you could also use agave or any other liquid syrup, such as brown rice syrup, molasses. I don't know if I really like molasses, but you could if you wanted to. If that's what you had, you might as well try. We also have 2 tablespoons, this is raw cacao powder. If you don't have raw cacao powder on hand, then I would recommend using a really high quality, high percentage dark cocoa baking powder. Let's see what else. We're also going to add a pinch of salt and then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you don't have vanilla, don't worry about it. You don't have to use it. It just adds a little something to it. So this is just going to be a nice base for us. And you can add anything else that your heart desires to it. So let's just get all of that nice and in there. Be hard for me not to lift the spatula. Gotta remember that. Okay, and then we're just turning it on. And we're gonna figure out why it's not turning on. Give me one moment.
Is it plugged in?
It is plugged in.
Okay.
Power is on.
Good, good. Is the machine on?
Really? Really? This is what's happening right now. Does this have a reset? Maybe this one doesn't work.
We could try.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring it just a little bit closer so that it fits. Or no, let me go get the others. Okay. Because we set it up all nice.
That's right.
I'm just gonna laugh. Or I'm just gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh. This is funny. Use the extension cord on the extension cord. Yes. Okay.
Good deal. Okay, hold on.
Just in case you back up and forget that it's there and
It slams your back. Okay.
So now we're just going to turn it on. Are you kidding me?
Really? Talk about being camera shy.
Really? Okay, now I'm going to go get a real extension cord for real. After all of that!
That was so good too. We're gonna have to just cut that little piece and redo it. Or just continue it.
We're just gonna cut that out.
We're just gonna cut it and continue. So in theory, this would be blending.
wonder why. Oh, this doesn't take 3 prong. Oh, it's not 3 prong. It's only 2 prong. Good. I wonder if it's that thing. Oh. Turn that on. Okay. Let me try this again. Okay, try it again. Up. Why is it not working? Oh, my baby. Don't tell me you're gone. If it is, I still have my Vitamix. Okay, now try it.
Okay.
Yes!
Good deal. Okay,
there we go.
that's
Woo!
good. That's fine.
Whew. Okay, it's just those extension cords.
So as you were saying,
I'll stick this in here. Okay. Let's get that in there a little bit more. Okay. What was I saying? Okay.
we were just getting ready to blend.
Okay, and so now we turn it on. And we're just pretty much gonna let it blend until it gets into a nice big smooth batter of sorts. Let me check on that real quick.
Creamy and smooth is what you're looking for.
Ooh. You might want to stop it once just to scrape the sides. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's starting to look pretty good. I might just start eating it by the spoon.
I don't blame you.
I'm just gonna let it go a little bit longer. So one thing that's gonna help us a lot is I have these little scoopers. Okay, there we go.
That looks great.
So you can see, oh my God, if you could smell this, if this was a scratch and sniff, we would be in heaven. I am in heaven. It smells like Snickers. Okay, so we're gonna take the blade out of here, and we're basically just gonna start to scoop individual balls. If you don't have scoopers, like I just happen to have, then you can just use a tablespoon or 2 and just create little balls. So we each have our own plate here, and we're just gonna start to make little balls and stick them here. So this is pretty soft right now, so if you wanted to, you could just make the balls and then stick them in the fridge or even the freezer for a little bit until they start to harden, and then you can round them again by hand. We can just let it keep going.
Yeah.
And then I'll just cut it off. So, the peanut butter.
Professional. This is the part that we go in a commercial.
Yes. And so now a word from our sponsor.
Right.
Who would be our sponsor? Take some of these out of the way. That's a good idea. And then when we finish, we can just kind of,
Oh, we should have had a frozen batch so we can roll them in the toppings.
well, we can freeze these in a moment. I'm gonna shut this off.
Just throw them in there for like.
Okay, we're back. So it's been about 30 minutes, and we just took our Chocolate Energy Bliss balls out of the freezer, and now we're starting to roll them into coconut and dark cacao nibs. You can use whatever you like. You can use cocoa powder, you can use a combination of various things. You could use sesame seeds, whatever your heart desires, and perhaps, oh yes, nuts is a great one. And whatever you happen to have on hand. So you basically just take them, you fill up a little bowl, roll them around. You can even double dip if you wanted to. So these chocolate bliss balls are nutrient dense and loaded with antioxidants, very filling. These are a great pre and or post workout snack. I recommend pre with a little bit of time to digest. because the chocolate, the dates, and the honey are gonna give you energy for your run, while the nut butter is gonna help sustain you and keep you satiated. So feel free to, I don't know. I don't know, feel free to do whatever you want. No. So feel free to try it out on your own and come up with
A recipe that works for you.
there you go. Thank you. And I hope you enjoyed this. You can check out more videos and recipes at yogaforrunners.net, and we hope to see you soon. Have a great one. Happy Valentine's Day!
Happy Valentine's